Hello, or I hope hello again. We should already have met in the classroom when you did the initial writing sample. If you have not done an initial writing sample in a face-to-face classroom, you need to make arrangements to do that, and so that I can grade the rest of your work during this semester. Each week in our online course together, I'm going to give you a little video to introduce you to the week's work. There is a written overview also that follows this video. If you haven't read the written overview of week 1 for the first week of class, please do that now, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about it. This first week of class is going to be a pretty easy week. It's an introductory week, and I want to do several different kinds of introductions. I want to introduce you to one another and to me, so we get to know one another better. I want to introduce you to the work of the course and begin the work of the course, and I also want you to get introduced to the Georgia View system that we're going to use to communicate with one another during the course, during the whole mini-mester. So if you're not familiar with it, if you haven't done an online class before, you'll need to get to know that during this week. First of all, our introductions of one another. My name is Ron Chandonia. Say it again because it's hard. Chandonia. I'm the teacher, and I want to find out who you are through the things that you post in on the online discussion board. I want you to post a few sentences about yourself and a safe for work picture, so we can get a sense of who's talking to who as you respond to one another's work during this several weeks together. I also want to get introduced to you through the Learning Styles Inventory, which is in our textbook. It's one of our 2 textbooks. This is our big textbook. Here it is right here, Successful College Writing. And I want you to take that Learning Styles Inventory, see what's likely to be a strength for you in the writing that you do in the course this summer, and share that with me. And I think it'll give you some idea too of what to expect is going to be easy and what's going to be more challenging as we work together during these weeks. So that's the introduction of one another during this week. Now, during this week also I want to introduce you to the work of the course. This is a college composition course, college writing. So we're going to be working on just about every kind of paper that you will write during your time in college, except the research paper, which is the next course. And but one of the main things we're going to work on is the Georgia Regents essay and reading test, which is a challenge for a number of students here at AMC, and we want to make sure that you can meet that challenge successfully. There's a writing part, and that's generally the more challenging part, but there's also a reading part, and I want you to be familiar with the reading part and get started on preparing for it during this week. There is a good discussion of something called active reading in our textbook. I want you to go through that. I want you to understand that. I want you to see how it is that you can change from, if you are now, kind of a passive reader who just looks at pages the way you might look at television, and sometimes they stick and sometimes they don't, into the kind of active reader who really gets a lot out of reading assignments, even sort of dry textbook assignments. The book has some good points on that, and I want you to go through that, and then there's a quiz on that to take this week. And then I want you, after you've done the active reading stuff from the textbook, I want you to get on the Regents test website and check out the Regents reading test, take a practice test, and let me know how you did on that test by sending me some email. Then in the course of all of this, you'll be introduced to what this course, how this course works, how the Georgia View system works, how you communicate with the teacher and with your fellow students during these weeks together. You will see the buttons on the left side of the screen, which are going to prove very, very helpful to you. How do you post a discussion? Well, you go to discussions. How do you send some email? There's an email system. You will be sending me email. It's going to be very important, by the way, in this course, because I'm going to have you send as email attachments. Send me your essays. The major grades for this course have to come through that system, so I want you to know how to use it. There are assignments where you basically fill in a box, type in a box of information, and send it off to me for assessment. And we have an assignment this week, the learning styles inventory assignment. And finally, there are quizzes, and I want you to do a couple of quizzes this week. One on your fellow classmates, and one on this active and passive reading stuff. To get familiar with how you do quizzes, they're under the button called Assessments. Okay, so all of these things you're going to be familiarizing yourself with during this first week. The first week is really a fairly light week in terms of how much work you have to do. As we go through our work during the next 4 weeks, it's going to get tougher, especially weeks 2, 3, and 4. There's a calendar. The calendar suggests what you ought to be doing each day. If you get more than 24 hours behind, if you let a day go by, it's likely that you're going to be too far behind pretty soon. If you get as much as a week behind, you are lost, and you need to know that. So make a commitment. Now you made a commitment to take this course. Make a commitment to follow that calendar, to stick with it, to do the work when it's due, and to get it in so that you'll be successful in the course this semester. I want you to be successful. I think you want to be successful, so hopefully we're both on the same page on that. If you have any problems, if you can't understand how to do something, send me email through the system here. Call me on the phone if all else fails, and I'll try to talk with you about what you need to do to make sure that you can stay on task and be successful in the course this semester. Best wishes and enjoy this week. Thank you.